Good morning, guys. There's a midge around my face. Good morning, guys. Welcome to Poetry Corner, and we're going back to Greycliff for A Lighthouse Keeper's Tale. This is chapter 21, A Promise Fulfilled. So let's read on, guys. They walked to the shore together as the afternoon waned. Cora moved slowly, leaning on a worn walking stick, her steps measured but resolute. Lorna stayed at her side, matching her pace, while Davy followed a respectful distance behind, carrying a small lantern Cora had insisted on bringing. The tide will be turning soon, Cora said, her voice calm. Rowan always said the sea listened best when it's on its way out. The beach lay nearly empty, pale, sand-brushed, smoothed by retreating waves. Gulls cried overhead, their calls softened by distance. The sky was a quiet grey blue, the kind that felt neither heavy nor bright, only honest. They stopped near the water's edge. Cora knelt with difficulty, brushing the sand aside. She uncovered a smooth stone she had marked long ago with a simple carving RH. I placed this here the winter he was lost, she said, so he would know where to find me if he ever came home. Lorna felt tears gather as Cora opened the lantern and lit the wick. The small flame flickered, steady as the wind eased. She unfolded Rowan's letter one last time. Her voice, though, did not tremble. Rowan Hale, she read aloud, fisherman of Westgate Cove. The sea whispered closer as though leaning in. I waited, Cora said softly, lowering the letter towards the flame. Not in bitterness, but in hope. The paper court curling gently, its ink dissolving into ash and light. Cora held the lantern steady as the last words vanished into air. Go to the sea, she whispered, where you always belonged. Davy stepped forward then, lifting the lantern just enough for the smoke to drift outwards. The wind carried it over the waves, dispersing it into nothing, into everywhere. A promise finally kept. Cora closed her eyes. I can rest now, she said. Lorna wrapped her arms around her, holding her as one would have ordered a cherished relic, carefully, reverently. I think, Cora continued, her voice lighter now, the sea brought his words to you so they could come back to me. Lorna nodded, and so they could be returned. They stood together in silence, watching the tide pull away, taking it with the last weight of waiting. As they turned back towards the cove, Cora paused, looking at Lorna with knowing softness. You have found your keeper, she said, glancing at Davy. Do not let the sea frighten you from love. Lorna smiled through tears. I won't. That evening, back at the lighthouse, the candle burned brighter than ever before. Davy stood behind Lorna, his hands resting gently on her shoulders as they watched the light flicker against the glass. You've given me peace to more than one heart. You've given peace to more than one heart, he murmured. Lorna leaned back into him. The sea asked us to carry something. We listened. He kissed her temple. And now? He asked. And now? She turned her face to him, her calm eyes certain. Now, she said softly, we live the promise we've been given. Outside, the lighthouse lantern turned steady circles. Inside, two hearts, no longer bound by the past, but quietly towards the future. So there you go, guys. Join me tomorrow, guys, for the final chapter. Sadly to say, the final chapter, A New Light, chapter 22. This will be the final chapter, guys, in Greycliff, the Lighthouse Keeper's Tale of Davy Snow and Lorna. But don't worry, guys, we're going to find another story. But if you've got any suggestions, what other story you would like to hear, let me know in the comments below. But so Saturday morning is going to be the final episode in A Lighthouse Keeper's Tale. So thank you for listening and following the story for all those who have. And I think it's going to be a happy ending anyway, so we can walk away from that story with hearts gladdened. So there you go, guys. Take care now. Have a very lovely day, and thank you for visiting me in Poetry Corner. Join me tonight where we're off. We're off to Topsy Tickle Town once more for another story about Oliver the Baker and the dough that wouldn't rise. So should have used self-raising flour. Anyway, guys, we'll see what that's all about. See what's cracking with Oliver and his dough that wouldn't rise in Topsy Tickle Town tonight. Join me for that, and then Saturday morning we'll have the final chapter of A Lighthouse Keeper's Tale, and by Monday I'll be thinking of a new story to regale you with. So there you go, guys. Take care, and thank you for listening to A Lighthouse Keeper's Tale. It's been a lovely story about romance, two lost souls reunited. So there you go, guys. Take care and have a lovely Friday. Stay safe.